Speaking of education, how do you help your mentees find their niche?
Oh, that's a good question. And I don't want to knock the educational system at all. There's just a lot that I wasn't taught in forms of business and entrepreneurship in school. And I think that, first off, that's a whole nother conversation, but that's something that definitely needs to be learned and developed later on in the future. What I'll do is I'll first give them the opportunity to allow them to discover for themselves what their niche is. I'll simply explain, if it's something you think about when you first wake up in the morning and the last thing you think about when you go to sleep, that's probably something that you should be doing. What you find that you are best at with the least amount of effort, that's also something that you should find yourself doing. It's not always fun. It's not always the most rewarding, definitely may not be the most highest paying gig that you've had, but that's how I would explain to my mentees on how to discover what your niche is. You're constantly going to work, in and out of work every day at a call center, and people were, talking, hey man, you're always dressed fresh, or your hair is always nice. Maybe your niche is to be a stylist, you know what I mean, and not a customer service representative. So, you got to take those things definitely not lightly, not with a grain of salt. If you envision yourself being more than what you currently are doing right now, take it and run with it. Try to be around as many positive people too as you can. That's the next thing I would advise them, is your association. They always use guilty as association in a negative reference, but the same thing applies, I think, when you're an entrepreneur and when you seek business and when you're mentoring others. It's you have to identify who you are as a person. And a lot of times that doesn't come till later in life, because you're always trying to seek acceptance from other people. As an entrepreneur, you have to live life above the grain, above the norm, and find yourself in a lot of uncomfortable situations. You have to be comfortable with that. You're going to be different. You're going to seek out different, resources and stuff like that. But that's something that comes with the territory of being an entrepreneur. So just a few things. Yeah, I definitely tell them, whatever it is that you think about day in, day out, that's your niche. And always you want to change your association to fit that niche.